Hello, my name is Reagan and welcome to today's video. I have a problem with buying books. The normal approach is to put themselves on a book ban, and that just is not working for me. Every time I try, I don't get through it. So my new plan is just to read all the books I have so I don't feel so bad about buying new ones. I counted up all of the books on my physical TBR. I have 36 and 7 classics, but we're going to ignore those 7. I want to get all of the books on my physical TBR read in 6 months. This month is October, but I'm not counting October, so I'm giving myself November, December, January, February, March, and April to get all of the books I currently have on my physical TBR read. So that means I have to read 6 books a month, or at least 6 books from that physical TBR. If I finish reading those 6 books that month, I can read whatever else I want to. And if I don't get those 6 books done, then I add a number on to my next month. And I'm going to make a spread of all the titles and check them off as I go, so it makes me motivated to do it. Based on the 36 books that I have, I'm going to make a TBR for each month, and it's going to be my TBR video, which I normally don't do, but now I can do, so this is perfect. Today I'm going to go through my TBR for October and November. The reason I'm saying October and November is because October and November are really big month for college applications. By mid-November, I will be done with every single college application that I am going to be submitting. I feel like I want to give myself a little bit of a relaxed period in November to just chill out from all that stress. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be reading my 6 books for the first month in October and November. But here's my TBR for November, October. Wicked Beauty by Katie Robert. This is the 3rd book in the Neon Gods trilogy. I believe it's just a trilogy. And this is a Patroclus and Achilles retelling. I enjoyed the first one of the series. The second one was mediocre. This one I'm hoping to enjoy as well. Next I have The Goal by L. Kennedy, the 4th book I believe, or the 5th book in the off-campus series. This one follows Sabrina and Tucker. I read the 3rd book last month and I don't want to take too big of a break in between so I forget the rest of the series, so I would love to read this one this month. This is a sports hockey romance set at Briar, a college, and it's about all these hockey boys that live in one house and their romances, the romance stories. The 1st and the 3rd, I think, are my favorites in the series so far, and there's 5 of them. So we'll see, but this is one of my favorite sports romance series. Then we have Verity by Colleen Hoover. This will be the 3rd Colleen Hoover read I've ever done. I'm a little nervous. I might actually switch this one out because I'm too scared to read this. I don't know. I'm just nervous that it's gonna, nervous. But I don't know anything about what it's about. I just know it's Colleen Hoover. I'm extremely jumpy when it comes to scary stuff. So I'm just a little nervous about this one. Then I have Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I started reading this and I got about halfway through it. I was reading it for a school project and then I did the school project without finishing the book. So I didn't finish the book. But I've read the Darker Shade of Magic trilogy by V.E. Schwab and really enjoyed it, so I'd also like to get to this one. This is a duology and it's about Victor Hale and Eli. This is a very dark academia setting. It's like they do an experiment that accidentally gives them superpowers and they are now enemies, and you're kind of figuring out along as you go why they're enemies and why one of them is now a criminal and one of them is a millionaire, and the difference between their superpowers and their experience after this experiment. Then I have Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, which is a kind of cult secret society dark academia at Yale book. It's about a girl who can see ghosts and she gets a full ride to Yale to be in one of these secret societies, and just her experience in that. I learned that Leigh Bardugo was actually in one of the secret societies she writes about. She went to Yale, and I thought that was really cool. So after reading this, I was like, wow, not all of this was fake. Not all of this was fiction. It's kind of a blurred line in there because she actually went and used some of her knowledge of the secret societies to write this book. And lastly, this is another one I've already read, is The X-Hex by Erin Sterling. This is a super cute kind of fantasy romance about Vivian and Reese. Vivian's a witch and Reese is also a witch, and they have a little summer romance in college. Reese does something kind of uncalled for, so this is a second chance romance. Vivian gets really mad. He's gone, he left, and she is pretend cursing him, and it turns out that she for real cursed him. And so when he comes back to this town, he's cursed, and Vivian and him have to try and find out how to break the curse. And a little romance, second chance romance blossoms. So those are the 6 books for this month. I'm gonna make a spread in my journal of all the books I need to read. Hopefully this plan works. I think it's a pretty good plan. I think I'm prepared. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. My links are going to be in the description, and check out any other videos on my channel, and I'll see you later. Bye.